You're thinking to move to the US and you wonder what company should I use to help me with making this big decision in my life. And I totally get that feeling because I was in your shoes 3 years ago. I decided that I wanted to move to the US, but I was completely lost on what company I should use. And I started doing a lot of research. And in this video, I'm gonna share my process with you and also give you the recommendations to what companies to choose before you start the whole visa process. So let's get into it. So a little more than 3 years ago, I made the decision that I wanted to move to the US. And at that time, I just went on Google, I searched different things, different visas that I'd been reading about, the E2 visa, the O-1 visa, the H-1B visa, and looking what companies were out there that were specialized in helping entrepreneurs. Because I felt a little lost because I didn't really know what visa would be the perfect fit for me. I thought for a while the E2 visa was the best fit for me as an entrepreneur, but in the end, it was actually the O-1 visa, and that I actually talk more about in other videos, so I'm not gonna go too much into detail with that. But basically, I was just doing some research, looking, and I started to get an idea of what companies was out there that was very much specialized in helping entrepreneurs getting a visa to the US. And I found like a handful of companies that I felt, okay, these guys could be the right fit for me. But of course, it was just a qualified guess because I'd never worked with any of these companies before. And I didn't really know if it was just a good sales pitch or if they were actually the most qualified to help me get my visa. But I ended up scheduling some calls and talking with different companies. But after a couple of calls, it became clear to me that Deel was the right fit for me. And I think the reason why I chose them was because I could see they had a lot of cases with successful clients and I could relate to it. It was more like the entrepreneur space because there is lawyers that is more specialized in helping actors or other different categories or more general. But for me, I felt it was important that I found one that was specialized in helping a person like me. And I think that's also important for you that if you are looking for a lawyer to help you, that it's one that really understands you. I think that is super important. So if you're also an entrepreneur, maybe it's good to find some lawyer or lawyer firm that is really specialized in this. So in the end, I chose Deel and it was actually a really good process and also the company I would recommend today because they're really qualified. They helped me with the process. They gave me a fixed price. Things took a long time, but in general, getting a visa takes a long time, but it was a really good process. And also the company I would use today. And I have links in the description if you are thinking to get a visa as well. Though that being said, there is a lot of great companies out there that is trying to help entrepreneurs and also so many other lawyer firms out there. And maybe some of them is more affordable. I think the total cost for me was around $12,000-$13,000 with everything. So it was not cheap, but of course this also included all the different filings, also me forming my company. So there was different costs included in this price. So I hope you like this video. My advice to you is to schedule a call with Deel, and there's really no commitment in this, and it's not because I just try to sell Deel to you, but just to have a talk with them, just get some feedback, some information. Maybe they can tell you you're qualified or you're not qualified, or maybe you need another visa. Just to get a little bit more feedback, someone trying to understand your profile, then it doesn't mean you have to choose Deel. You can still contact 5 other companies and then see which one you feel more comfortable with. And I know there is some companies out there that is really trying to help different types of clients, whether it's entrepreneurs, it is actors, it's scientists, or whatever other things it is. And also some is more focused on Europe, some is more focused on helping people in Asia. So there's all sorts of factors playing in here. Like you learn so much just having a talk with them, and then you'll see how you feel, take your time before you decide anything. That's really my advice to you because right now it can feel overwhelming, and the first thing you need to do is to get a little more feedback, a little more information, see who understands your case and if you're qualified. And also if you're not qualified right now, and then you can work on your profile until you're ready, maybe in the next 6 months or something like that. I hope you found it useful. Remember to hit the like and subscribe. And as mentioned, there's the link to Deel in case you're interested in that. Also, I have a newsletter list that would be amazing for you to sign up to. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.